What's going on, guys? Audi here. Welcome back to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Today I'm going to be showing you the best way to use the Audi TT RS. This is the best daily driver in the entire game. And so I'm going to show you where you can get it, what upgrades to add to it, and how to use it. So first things first, to buy the Audi TT you need to head all the way over to the German cars dealership. It's 300k, you can see it right there in the top right. So that's how you get it, and now I'm going to show you what build, at least that I would recommend running. Now, a lot of the races you'll have at first with daily drivers are going to be limited to 550 PR, so that's the build that I am going to be showing you. However, it can go higher just by adding some better upgrades. So, if you go to performance here, we're going to start with the engine. You want to run the performance intake, you want to run the stock ignition valves and camshaft. You don't want to run any pistons and flywheel, then performance exhaust and responsive turbo. Moving over to brakes, just performance brakes and no suspension. You won't even have suspension if you're like under level 25, I think. When you get to transmission, you don't need to change the gearbox at all, but put on the performance transmission. In aero, we do nothing, no aero needed. In wheels, you'll just run the all season. You can run slicks or semi-slicks or whatever later on, but when you start the game and get it, you'll probably only have all season, so just run that. It's perfectly fine. And then just run the performance ECU. This will mean you have a decent amount of horsepower and torque with also not being too like overweight, and you'll have a decent enough braking and transmission to make corners and also be able to accelerate on straightaways. So that's the build we're going with. Now, if you are above level 20, you can also go into the tuning options for the cars, which is an under car setup. You can do this through the composite menu like this, or you can do it at the beginning of the race. And I have two driving modes. This is my one for like areas with a lot of corners, because if you can increase the acceleration, have good braking and good driving, you can corner like an absolute god. And then I also have this mode, which is used for like races with like long straightaways, so I can keep a higher speed because the AI will catch up to you. You can also just run like a basic one like sport tuning, which I have on my actual build. I don't really run these when I'm in free roam, I only run them for races. So you can also just do that. It also helps with cornering and max speed, which is good, but the driving modes help you actually do it even better. So I think you need level 20 or something for that though, so don't worry if you don't have it. Obviously, I also have slick tires for when it's a road race and it's not wet, so there's that as well. Now, how to use it effectively is I definitely go ahead and do like all your like daily drive races. It'll be really good for like the races here and maybe here as well. It's got a low PR, but a lot of these races have low PR ratings, but 550 is normally around the most. You might have to downgrade it for something that has a little less, but it's not too bad. So the main thing that Audi's just good at though is races that have a little bit of both, not only straightaways but corners. So a lot of these early game races, but also if there's ever a daily driver race, use the Audi because it is the best daily driver. Now, if it's like daily driver in supercar, daily driver in Grand Tour, or daily driver cross country, I'd just use one of the other cars because they'll be better. So anyways, that's going to do it for today's video on the Audi TT. Be sure to buy it if you guys do start playing the game, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.